Very beautiful song.
Very nice.
Very nice, and a nice setup for talking about something that's very, I think, just hard for us, because this past year there's ups and downs in life, but we've lost a few of our Telemiracle friends here, and one that was very near and dear to our hearts and to my heart is Ray Kneeland. He passed away in December, and I tell you, he was the best little cowboy out there.
Well, you know, he had such a love for Telemiracle. He spent his entire year raising money for Telemiracle and raised so much money. I got a kick out of it. I always tease him all the time because he'd come on Telemiracle and he would be all googly-eyed over Beverly. I was his second love. Telemiracle first, and Beverly was his second love. And he would get all googly-eyed, and then he'd say, "Hi, Bev, how are you?" And then, "Hi, Brad." And he would just kind of, and so I'd say, I'd say, "Ray, you don't treat me the same as you treat Beverly." So anyway, we loved Ray.
That Ray Kneeland had such an amazing spirit. You know, he was that kind of man. He honestly, he did anything and everything for Telemiracle. And it's just his whole spirit. I think you just could not want to just hug him and be around him and just his infectious love for people and this community and his friends. You know, he would tell me stories like, you know, remember the gas cards? He'd go around everybody raising money for those gas cards, those $1,000 gas cards. Yeah. And like every year he was so proud of that check, like right down to the pennies, and he had it all counted for and added up. And then he'd tell me, you know, other ways, you know, he'd raise money, and he'd say, "You know, I go to the rodeos, Bev." And I said, I know you do. And he said, "You know, I wait till I know they're hungry. And that's when I bring out those chocolate-covered almonds." And he was just so... And Beverly, they want those almonds like you wouldn't... Oh, he was just so excited about it. He really did. It meant so much for him to come on this stage and share with us what he's done and what he did to raise the money. And it was always a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and then last year, there was a huge donation from him, and it was just, it broke all our hearts. And I will tell you this, because Wendy and I had a conversation from the Telemiracle office, and she said, when he brought in that check, she said, "No, Ray, you got to keep some of that back for you." And he said, "No." He's just almost like he said, "That's all for the people of Saskatchewan."
Well, that's right. He gave every penny he had, and in the end, he needed a little help from Telemiracle. And of course, Telemiracle Foundation was glad to help Ray in his last year there. So we really thank Ray for all his hard work, and I think we're going to see kind of more of his life story here.
So there's something I know about Ray also, is that I know it took everything he had to ask for help. Yes, I know that. Yeah. So this piece is really, really special. Here's our friend, Ray Kneeland.
Well, I had been watching Telemiracle on TV when it was on for, I can't remember how many years. Well, then one year, Noreen said, they're having a mini Telemiracle in Martinsville. Let's go in. So we did. And they had some local entertainment. And then they had 4 or 5 couples explain how they had been helped. And that grabbed me by the hind leg. Well, I forget which one's the hind one, but anyway. And I just thought, boy, that is something so worthwhile. It helps people that really need it.
So when he had this grandiose idea about riding to Regina, actually, because that's where the next Telemiracle was going to be held. And so our first ride started out by the Esso down on Highway 11, and we had quite a turnout.
It was approximately 40 riders.
And our pledges started small. I think maybe the first year, what was it, $2,500? I mean, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere.
Remind me, how many years is this that you've been involved with Telemiracle?
It's getting around to 23, 24, I guess.
Well, you know what? We appreciate you helping out Telemiracle every year. You're someone that, you know, I look up to as a person of...
Raising money for Telemiracle was always a great feeling for all of us, whoever did it. I mean, our last night at camp when we do our trail rides was just so cheerful and joyful and really happy.
It's a really nice feeling knowing how Telemiracle helps people. Well, Telemiracle has supported me, helped me by I needed new hearing aids, and they looked after that. I had broke my hip, and so this walker really helped me getting around, and they've looked after that, and I certainly appreciated that very, very much.
It's important to support Telemiracle because they do so much for the community. I mean, it's not only individuals, but it's nursing homes and places like that. They give a van or give a person who needs a wheelchair van the money to make that happen. And that's so important. And since it's helped us and our family, yeah, it's just the greatest feeling knowing that Saskatchewan can raise money and be this helping hand to someone else.
And there you go. That's the kind of guy Ray Kneeland was, for sure. And we have a friend of Ray's here with us, Tasha Buchtold Walton. And it even says your age here, but I can't say that. We can't tell ages on this show. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. And you were a friend of Ray's, and I understand you wrote a song for him as well?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Awesome.
Just like Beverly said, he's somebody to look up to, and he's a very inspiring person, and inspired me to write a song, which I've never done before.
Is that right? It's your first song?
My very first song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and you also have a presentation here or something?
I do.
Okay.
I want to thank Dalmany Curling Rink. We did a glow curling fundraiser and a karaoke night, and we raised $560 there. And then I have some online contribution. I think it was at $1,400 and some when I last checked.
Nice.
So we're close to about 1980. My goal was $2,000, so $20 away.
Wow.
You hear me? $20.
You got it.
And it's doubled.
It's $20 from me.
There
Okay,
you
there
go.
you go.
Perfect. Thanks, Beverly.
Which means $4,000 because of nutrients donation, of course. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and who do you have with you today?
And I am so thankful. This is Malik. Him and I met yesterday.
Wow.
The guitar player, he's stranded in Vegas, so I can't feel too bad for him because he's in Vegas. But anyways, Malik stepped up to the plate here, and he's going to be my guitar player here today. And yeah, thank you so much, Malik, from the bottom of my heart. And Ray, he'll be so thankful that you made it here today.
Tasha, can I tell them just a bit more about your song and the story? You actually had written this song before. It's all about Ray's OK Corral, right?
That's correct.
But you'd written it before he had passed.
I did.
And you
yes.
also got to go and perform it for him, am I right?
I did, yes.
Love that.
Truly blessed. It was a last minute thing, and it was kind of a funny story. When I walked in, he didn't have his hearing aids in, and they were trying to put them in, and they got them in, and then I started singing, and he didn't really have a lot of expression. So I'm like, I don't think he could hear me, so I leaned in to his ear, and I sang, and then he just kept looking at me. Oh, I don't know what to say, Tasha. Thank you, thank you. And I said, this is for you, Ray. You do so much for so many people asking nothing back. And I mean, you can't get a better person than that, in my opinion.
He's a special one.
He really is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, are you ready to sing for us? Or?
I am, and I also have a special gift for you, Beverly.
Woo! Oh, look at that. Isn't that
Now
great?
you can take your Saskatchewan cowboy with you.
Show everyone that.
Saskatchewan boyfriend.
That's awesome.
There you go. You're so welcome. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you. So
Okay.
welcome. Okay, thank you.
Take it away, Tasha.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, I knew this cowboy named Ray. He had a dream that someday He would take his homeland and build up his dreams, and now it's happening at the OK Corral. It's happening at the OK Corral, where there's so many stories to tell about a wedding or two and a two-step for you, and it's happening at the OK Corral. This generous cowboy, he raised lots of money for Telemiracle Day, with a dine and dance or two and an auction for you, and it's happening at the OK Corral. It's happening at the OK Corral, where there's so many stories to tell about a wedding or two and a two-step for you, and it's happening at the OK Corral, where there's a rodeo for you and a line dance or two. It's happening at the OK Corral. This special love man touched hearts across this land, raising money at the OK Corral. He's living his dreams so fast at the OK Corral. Let's raise our glass to Ray and the OK Corral. La dee la 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 dee, la 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 dee la dee la 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 yeehaw. That was for you, Ray. We love you. Thank you.
Awesome job, Tasha. Thank you so
awesome.
much. So more about our Ray. Only Ray would do this, could do this. So over the years of raising money for Telemiracle, I think he raised over $606,000.
Isn't that incredible? $606,000 from one man.
Yeah.
For Telemiracle.
For one little cowboy.
Wow.
And even at that point, this year before he passed, he had left another $5,000 to Telemiracle.
There you go.
So there's nobody like him.
No.
Like, just
one of a kind.
He is one of a
little
kind.
angel on earth.
He definitely was. And then I know from his celebration of life, it was a celebration. That's what he wanted everybody to have. And there's another $500 from that. So thank you, Ray. We love you. Love.
I think we should do something a little bit different today. I think we should do a silent knockdown. What do you think? Should we get everyone who's not on the phones to stand up?
I think there's no man that deserves it more
I think so.
than
I
Ray
think you're
Kneeland.
right,
And
yeah.
if
We'll
Bob
do this
McGrath
one.
was here today,
We'll do
he'd
this one
say
for
the
Ray.
same thing.
Okay, if you're not on the phone, stand up. And we'll do this one for Ray. Let's knock him down, Saskatchewan.
Thank you, Saskatchewan.
And a very beautiful tribute. And I have the honor of introducing our national cast house song. We have the band, and the song that's going to be coming up